Lockdown has been rough for the majority of DJs around the world. While no one can blame a DJ for not being motivated to pursue DJing with the current state of the world, many DJs are taking to online streaming as a way to share sets with their fans and even make some income with online tip jars. While there is nothing wrong with this, other DJs are using their talents to help their communities, making a positive change while the world gets through some of the darkest times that we'll see in our lifetime. Now in this video, I'm going to interview two DJs that have done just that, and hopefully their stories can inspire you to do or get involved in something in your area too. First up, we have DJ Sosa, who along with being a DJ is a partner for a children's clothing brand. His brand, Mem Kidswear, put together an effort they call Courtesy Face Masks that provides high quality reusable face masks at an affordable price that benefits the less fortunate affected by the pandemic.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Anthony. I am the co-founder of a kidswear brand called Mem, along with my partner, Raina. She is the creative director and I manage the brand. I also DJ as well, so I go by DJ Sosa. I've been doing that for about, over 14 years now. It's just kind of on and off these days, with all kinds of different work. But
I met you through music and DJing, through friends, and that's how we originally connected. And we've always kept up over the years, keeping in touch. And I was really taken by how you used your platform to do something positive during this time, because everything is so crazy and people have been affected in so many ways. So give me a little bit of background on how or why first you decided to do something during this time.
So yeah, we basically, we were kind of keeping up with this nonprofit organization based out of San Diego called The Conscious Kid. We follow them via our platform through the Kidswear brand. And we noticed that we're doing a rent relief fund for families, folks who are disproportionately affected by the COVID pandemic. And we just wanted to be a part of that. So we kind of felt there was a need for the masks, obviously. And a lot of people were kind of, inquiring about it with us. So we just decided, hey, why don't we take this, take the mask making thing and then kind of couple it with the Conscious Kids relief efforts, and just kind of reached out to them and we're like, look, we want to donate 100% of the proceeds from all the masks sold and kind of help out the families. Just because, a lot of what they stand for is kind of what aligns with our brand. So it made sense. Like we wanted there to be not only the fact that we were donating the proceeds, but we wanted there to be some sort of intention behind it, because it just, for us, it's like it needs to make sense 100% of the time that we try to execute anything. So yeah, we just felt that what they're doing is pretty much the Lord's work, when it comes to families in need and Black and brown communities. And yeah, so it worked out really well. And I mean, we raised over $20,000 in 3 short weeks. And a ton of orders came through, major support for the initiative. So we're really thankful for that.
Yeah. Congratulations on reaching your guys' goal in such a short amount of time. That's definitely wonderful. And you guys are doing great things. So give me a little bit of background on how you decided on your goal and how many families it affected.
So initially we didn't want to say a dollar amount so much, because in a way for us, the promoting of the dollar amount wasn't really what mattered to us. I think it was more or less we wanted to show how many families we could help, essentially. And so our goal was look, let's just shoot for 100 families. And I think it was more impactful to sort of for people to see, to kind of get an idea of how many families are essentially helping with these dollars. So we were just 100 is a good number. Let's shoot for that. And yeah, it's really no other kind of formula to how we came up with that. It's more or less just this seems like it might be the better route to go. It's your dollars are going to help this many people. And yeah. No,
I totally agree. Having the hard number of knowing exactly how many people are going to be helped by your initiative is definitely a really nice way to do it. Next, I wanted to ask you about part early on in the process, you guys had a online streaming event, Indoor Recess, over a course of a week that involved a lot of your DJ friends. How did that help, and how did that kind of influence your fundraising?
Yeah, so I mean, we used to do the day parties back in Seattle. We had day shift, and then we also did the counterpart to that was night shift. So essentially how we would model that was, let's, get a lineup of 5, 6, and sometimes depending on how many rooms we had, it could be 10 to 12 different DJs on a bill, and, pull their crowds in. So we sort of took that formula and we're like, look, let's hit up, 5 or 6 of our, friends that might be down to do this and sort of tie in their crowds. And that's basically how we did it. We were like, look, I'm going to reach out to so-and-so, and then we'll DJ on IG Live for an hour, and then see if we can also sort of promote the initiative while we're DJing and sort of get sales. So that worked out really well because we were getting sales coming in as the IG Live was kind of going. And we sort of did some incentives as well. We have, product from the kidswear brand that we were like, look, if you purchase a mask within this time frame that we're doing Indoor Recess, we'll toss in a free, pair of sock or something. So that seemed to go over really well. We got quite a few sales within those blocks. But yeah, that's basically how we did it.
Well, Sosa, thank you for your time. Appreciate it, and thank you and Mem and Raina for putting this together and helping out so many families. I mean, that's incredible that you've been able to do all of this. So from the bottom of my heart, especially, those kind of things kind of line up with things I believe in too. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure, man. We just got to keep being here for each other, just be excellent to each other. And thank you for the opportunity, Mark. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Next, we have DJ Mike Rock, who has started a live stream series he calls Essential Saturdays. It's a weekly fundraising stream that helps 2 communities that Mike Rock is familiar with.
All right, so we have my friend DJ Mike Rock here from Los Angeles, California. Not only a great friend of mine, but a great DJ. So let's start off by, Mike, give us some background on yourself and your history in the DJ game.
Yes, I've been DJing for maybe, give or take, about 16 years now. Family barbecues, and then it led into like quinceañeras and debuts, and just escalated from there to doing like bars, clubs, lounges, things like that. So pretty versatile, I guess, when it comes down to, I guess I have a pretty diverse experience, like especially like DJing from those kind of atmospheres to even now corporate events.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So Essential Saturdays, great kind of event, and just really positive thing to have going on, especially during this time. So give us some background on Essential Saturdays, how you came up with the idea, what Essential Saturdays is, and what you hope to achieve moving forward with it.
So eventually, the first thing, how this all started was obviously with everything in regards to COVID-19. A lot of DJ homies, including yourself, Mark, were live streaming either through Instagram or other platforms, and obviously Twitch is one of those main platforms. And so shout out to the Table Turners guys. They put us on, they put me on, and told us, hey, if you want to do live streams here and there, be like, yeah, that'd be dope. So actually, like, having to develop the confidence to actually having to do that was the first thing. It took me a while. Just like, I didn't really feel comfortable about it. Like, no one's gonna watch, no one really cares. And I did it for a week, and just DJing, just to feel it out on Instagram after getting kicked off like numerous times. And from there, it kind of like, I think I had this conversation with you, like, like I told you that, dude, it like kind of like sucked the life out of me. Like, I felt like way more drained, and I guess like I really didn't have the energy to do it as much anymore. Come that Saturday, I talked to one of my friends, Raina, and I told her, and she's a nurse, and I told her, I'm like, I think it would be cool if we ran this whole idea of like called Essential Saturdays, where, well, she came up with the name Essential Saturdays, and I told her I wanted to benefit people because I come from a privilege where I get to DJ and I still fortunately have my 9 to 5 working from home, you know, so like having that privilege of still being able to take care of my bills, taking care of like getting groceries and stuff like that. It's still can't ask for more. But I know for a fact that the DJ industry in itself, the hospitality industry, service in itself, has been deeply affected by this. Obviously, a whole bunch of other outlets have been struggling, and I figure, well, what's one way we could help them out? And so that's how Essential Saturdays came about, along with the help of my girlfriend Julia, a bunch of the homies, including yourself. Y'all have been contributing, getting the word out, and that's originally how it started. I think we started the first Saturday of April, and from there for the month of April we were able to raise close to $1,800 for the first month.
That's awesome, man.
And that goes out to, and so the way the process works is that it will go straight from my Venmo account to a local restaurant that I've worked with or that I know about, that I became homies with. And from there, it would help take care of their staff or take care of themselves and help them cover expenses and rent or what have you. And at the same time, they would be able to make food and drop it off and deliver it to a local hospital and feed the frontliners, essential workers, and things like that. So we've been doing that for obviously a little over a month now. Just wrapped up this past weekend too. Partnered up with the homies from East Los Masubi and, you know, other places like Rose City Pizza, Hi-Fi Kitchen, just a bunch of local spots around Southern California. And we want to help them out. And then in turn, we're all helping out each other, like through the essential workers and frontliners and things like that.
So awesome. So you took the idea of, instead of having a tip jar or leaving a link so people can donate to you, using that as a way to not only help local small restaurants, but then have them supply food for frontline workers and people working at the hospital.
Yeah, that's correct.
Directly affecting, directly working with the patients. That's awesome, man. Yeah. I remember when you told me about this idea, it really felt like something that you would do, because you've always been about serving the community, and it just kind of fit, like not only the kind of DJ you are, but the kind of person that you are. And I just thought that it was a great idea, and you know, I would expect it from someone like you, because it's something that you've always kind of done throughout as long as I've known you. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you.
Oh man, I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, it's a great service, and just like you mentioned, over the month of April, you raised quite a bit of money and fed quite a bunch of people and helped more than one small restaurant business, and it's just awesome. And I really hope that as long as this goes on, it can continue, and you can keep on doing it, because it's a great thing for not only the frontline workers, but also the DJ community, showing that there is a way to do something positive. Then, I mean, playing music for people and bringing them happiness is one thing, but taking that to the next level and doing something like you're doing it's a great thing, man. So
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Like I mentioned, like I come from a certain privilege where I still work a 9 to 5. And so that's why it wouldn't necessarily benefit me if I just kept on hoarding that money on a Saturday, you know what I mean? So I'd rather that we're able to feed people and take care of others, as opposed to like, cool, man, I could probably get a new pair of kicks that I can't even wear out.
Well, Mike Rock, thank you for your time. Once again, thank you for putting together Essential Saturdays. It's, like I mentioned, is a great event, and it's just benefiting so many people in such a positive way, and just showing that side, the humanitarian side of DJing, I guess you could say. So
Word. Thank you for wanting to highlight this. Obviously, we're trying to get every DJ as much as possible to do something like this, right? But you know, at the same time, it's difficult, and I completely understand. Like, this is a good majority of DJs, this is their livelihood, and this is what they have to do to like actually pay their bills, pay their homes, put food on the table. And luckily for myself, I have a 9 to 5 doing graphic design. But you know, I can't force DJs to be like, you guys have to do this, or you guys should follow my lead when it comes down to things like this. So that's something I want to make aware of too. I mean, if you have the ways and means of doing that, then go for it, man. And I'm pretty sure the small businesses that you've been to, like even the smallest taco shops that you used to go to, like after gigs, they would truly appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, awesome, Mike. Once again, thank you for your time. And yeah, that's about it. That wraps it up.
All right. Thank you,
Awesome,
Mario.
man.
Appreciate your time,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yep.
Peace.
Later.
Most DJs begin DJing because of a need to play music to help bring joy and happiness to as many people as possible. Especially in times like these, music can help ease the anxiety associated with the pandemic and make a person's day better. DJs like Mike Rock and Sosa are great examples of using their talents as DJs to make a positive change in the world, even during some of the darkest times, using the power of music. And now we'd like to hand it off to you. How has the pandemic affected you and your DJing during this time? And can you think of a way that you can use your DJ talents to add some more positivity in the world? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you enjoy DJ content like this, please subscribe to this channel. But now, get good, get out there, and make the moments.